What's up, everybody? I'm out here doing a quick little workout, and I figured I'd make this video because it came to me during deep meditation. I was meditating for about 40 minutes, and this realization had came to me that I do not need to save the world. I know, ladies and gentlemen, something completely random, but really on my mind, a lot of the time, I do contemplate and meditate on how can I make the world better? How can I help enough people? And this is something that sometimes I even beat myself up over. I see people that are, homeless, or the young kids that are trying to hustle some money. They're trying to sell some towels. I don't want to buy your towel, but here's some change. Here's a lady struggling on the street. Here's some change. It's the least I can do. And I feel like, why can't I, become like some huge whatever so I can really start making a big change or making a big impact? But in all honesty, I can do these things. I can start educating myself more on, say, politics, and even start becoming a politician. But, a lot of that stuff is full of greedy and corrupt people. And a lot of the times, people like me, we don't survive in those environments because making a change makes you a target. Legitimately. So I had a realization during this meditation. I don't need to have to try and change the world. The world will legitimately fix itself. It'll work its way out. Even though there's a lot of greed, even though AI has replaced over 300 million jobs, even though there's so much different types of negative aspects you can see in the world today, in all honesty, the biggest way we can all make a change is by changing ourselves. And that's what kept me going in this personal development. How can I make myself better? How can I grow more? How can I get so well established within myself that I'm able to help and teach it to other people? And at the end of the day, I'm still on that route in general. I'm still doing that, but I don't stress myself out over how can I help more people as fast as I can, or how many people's lives can I change for the better. And I try and put myself in this mental headspace of, people are in trouble now. I need to be able to help them now. And the best way I can help is by creating stuff like this. At the end of the day, not one man can absolutely just change everything, but a collective of people can absolutely change the world. And it always starts with one person, right? So we start with developing ourselves, and then the people around us notice, hey, you've changed. And then you share with them, well, this is how I was able to do it, whether it's journaling, meditation, being honest with yourself, having those deep conversations. Hell, maybe it would take therapy for some people because there's a lot of trauma out here, hurt people. At the end of the day, I don't need to be the one, I don't need to stress myself out over trying to fix everything, because in all honesty, I just need to change myself. And then in general, through the people that I meet, you see change. So perfect example, I was over here at Seda. See over here? I was at the rooftop bar and I ran into a guy. We didn't have a deep conversation or anything like that. And it was one of the simplest things. I was at the door, he was at the door. Instead of me going first, I let him go first. And even he's like, oh, you go first. I was like, no, you go first, And I was like, we're gentlemen. And he was like, you're a gentleman. I was like, oh, thank you so much, brother. And then I saw he had like some really cool customized glasses. I was like, oh man, those glasses are amazing. Those look good. Like, giving compliments, and it's a genuine compliment. And then within our brief 20-second little dialogue, he was like, God bless you. Like, God bless you too. We should be more courteous to each other. I go out of my way to compliment people whenever I see there's something worth complimenting, whether it's a nice pair of shoes, whether it's somebody's positive energy, wherever it is. Like, it's on a deeper level whenever you actually start realizing stuff within yourself, and you start seeing those within other people, and you start feeling that vibration. Because vibration is absolutely real. Everything is vibration. All of life is vibration. The sound of the universe. This is vibration. Some people don't know this, but the universe, like the actual universe, it actually has a sound. And there's been telescopes and microphones that have been pointed in the direction of like the Big Bang. And you can hear a vibration. You hear like And doing all of that in general, that development of yourself, understanding more of the world, of the universe in general, that legitimately opens up the door for you to evolve yourself and not necessarily even become enlightened, because this term enlightenment is usually reserved for stuff and people that have reached, say, Buddhahood. But you can become semi-enlightened. You can see the spark. You can go down the journey. You can go down the path, even without fully completing it. You can still walk those steps and still feel glimpses and pieces of what the great masters have been able to fully embody within themselves. And even people nowadays that are alive, they've entered this enlightenment to the point where they don't see the need to try and impress anyone. They don't see the need to try and do something grand. I believe his name is Eckerman or Eckerhart. His story is amazing. So basically, one day he became enlightened, and instead of following some crazy goal, he started sitting on benches like this. He would literally sit in places like this all day and just observe the world. He would just look around, he would just watch the world, and he would just go to his friends' couches and just sit there. He felt there was no need to really do anything in the universe, because in all honesty, just existing is enough for the universe. The universe gives you the ability to do whatever you want to. You don't necessarily have to even do it for good. The universe is honestly very indifferent. And when we say the universe, you could say God as well. But this puts people confused because, religion has changed a lot of people's conceptualization of God. In all reality, the real God, there's no conceptualization. You cannot conceptualize something that's unconceptualizable. You cannot conceive God. You cannot think of an image of God, which is why we created idols, and which is why we have these different versions of the deities, wherever it's Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma. Whether you go to a different pantheon, you check out the Aztecs and their versions of God, whether you check out Christianity's versions of gods. These are idols. These are ways for us as human beings to really get our mind wrapped around it. And as we've evolved, it's become a lot easier to have these conversations because evolution is always evolving in its own way. Like the universe is experiencing itself through us, through our being. So for me to try and do all these other things that I'm possibly going to be able to become good at, sure, but what I'm good at now, what I resonate well with, is speaking. And as long as I'm speaking and I have a camera, that opens up the doorway in general for me to share the wisdom that I have right now without having to go to a podium. But now we're just relying on algorithms and robots to really funnel the vision towards everyone else. So that's why we have the Spiritual Sean channel, so we can actually share these messages with the people that can truly grasp them, because it's not for everybody. I'm just another human being that's understand the world for themselves. That's the big difference between me and anybody else, is I've understood the world for myself. So I'm not necessarily here to preach to you my version of reality. I'm just letting you know this is the world that I see. This is what I've learned. This is my experience as someone that's traveled, that's gone to different masters, that's studied in different temples. And it's not like I've seen everything, because a lot of my work comes from people that's already done a lot of the hard and more difficult work. A lot of people that have gone through things and experimented with a lot of insane stuff. One name I'll say is Madame Blavatsky. She's gone to Egypt, she's gone to many different parts of the world and studied these things, wrote them down, created books, and then I've gotten to consume this type of content. This is called esoteric knowledge. I've learned from Aleister Crowley, absolutely insane individual that lived on this earth, that awoken many different things within different people. Whether it was good or bad, it's definitely up to the individual. But at the end of the day, I will say it's absolutely esoteric and chaotic. But that was the point of that person's version of reality, because reality is something that's specific towards you. We do have an objective reality, and I use quotations of objective because even though it's objective, it's still subjective. It's an objective, subjective reality, which basically means even though we might look at something and we might agree it's the same, we will still look at it completely different. We look at this sky. Is it about to rain, or has it rained already? Sure, you can look and just say, oh yeah, it's rained already. Who's to say it's not raining again? Who's to say it's not raining right now? It's just not raining where I'm at, but that doesn't mean there's no rain down the street. So at the end of the day, you can look at it from your narrow subjective viewpoint and say that is correct because what I know in my mind is absolutely it. Or you can look at it from the many different perspectives that there are within the reality. There's so many different perspectives that unless you were to sit and actually meditate on it, you'd really have a hard time trying to grasp it. Like, this isn't something that you can intellectualize. This is stuff you have to experience, which is why I've always said journaling is really good, meditating is really good. And if you stop meditating, if you stop journaling, you honestly reset your progress, but it's not to a point where it's not like you can't pick it right back up. You can always pick back up meditating. You just probably won't enter samadhi as easily as you would if you were meditating every day, which I've been doing. I've been doing meditation every day for 2 weeks now. And it's to the point where I sit down and I'm able to enter deep meditation within 3 minutes. And it's great. Like, my mind goes from scattering to it'll hit that switch, and then I'm just observing the thoughts. They come in, they die, they come in. Maybe I'll follow it if it's leading me somewhere. And if it leads me somewhere, it gives me this grand epiphany to where I end up coming out here to make this video. I was able to visualize and conceptualize this video. It wasn't to the extent like I wanted, because I wanted to have the video like down here on the ground while I'm pedaling, but I feel like it wouldn't be good audio. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you got to take the conceptualization and then put it into reality. It's like, it's not always going to be one-to-one, but you can still work around it and still make it good. So I hope you guys learned something from today's video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments down below. I'll be checking them out, man. It's your boy, Spiritual Sean. Thank you guys for watching. We have more stuff like this coming because I have to do this. I feel it is in my being for me to make this spiritual content because I've done so much work and I'm able to articulate myself well enough. Hopefully there's some people that can really grasp it. And if all honesty, if you didn't understand what I was saying in this video, that's completely fine. It just takes some more development on yourself. And we should always try and develop ourselves, even just a little bit. I know it's not in everybody's personality to want to develop themselves to my extent. My extent of personal development, it doesn't really stop. You develop yourself and you develop yourself more. And whenever you find something new about yourself, you look at that new version of yourself and then you develop that one as well. And it just keeps continuing because life for me is like a never-ending journey of growth. And for others, they're done growing as soon as they finish high school or college. Either that's them or that's the society or the government or the establishment, whatever. There's many things that can keep you down in this world, but there's also a lot of things that can lift you up. And hopefully I'm one of them. So keep going, keep rocking in the free world, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.